Hello, my name is GregTech82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 3. I am currently opening up some of our loot bags. I was trying to clean up our quest book a little bit and kind of see where we're at. Now, I do like opening the things, because sometimes you get some crazy items, so I like having it while I'm recording, so you can see I'm not like cheating stuff in if I get like 20 circuits or something like that. I did just get a whole bunch of these um, like not creative, aesthetics building stuff. I'm not worried about that right now, and it's just going to it's going to sit in an inventory forever, and I probably won't even end up using it in the end. I also got a bunch of these drawers from a quest, and I think you can actually, yeah, I can do that. Oh, actually, that's sacred oak. I was just going to do regular oak, but oh well. I have no idea if it's going to look different than that. Alright, it looks pretty similar. Yeah, I'm just going to like throw a bunch over there. Also, if I try to sleep in that, I will probably end up in a wall. Alright, I kind of hate that I put that up that high. There we go. Alright, really quick, let's open this stuff up. Anything good? Side chest, electric motors. I will take that, because we use those quite a bit. Got some food, seeds, rubber, tree sapling. Not very exciting. Steve carts could be something to get into at some point as well. I'm not sure what I would farm right away. I don't really know if Steve carts works well with IC2 crops either, because now that there is the crop manager, like, I feel like that's kind of replaced a lot of the stuff you could do with Steve carts. But I could be wrong. Obviously, if there is some cool setup. Ooh, I got a wrench too. That's actually really cool. That's 7 ingots of steel. I also got, as you can see, some large steel fluid pipes, and if I want to, I can actually convert this into quite a bit. That's 36 ingots of steel if I want to do that. All my pipes have kind of ended up in there. Oh. I have some stuff that usually goes in a mob drop chest in there. Yeah, because I thought that was steel ingots for a second, or steel dust. Alright, so I think I want to get a bunch of... I think I want to replace all these today. I was debating whether I wanted to rush the circuit assembler, but I think I want to just get these all done. And possibly more blast furnaces today. So I think that's what I'm going to work on. This would be like 12 circuits. Pretty sure every single one of those needs a alloy melter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure each of them requires 2 circuits. I should just mark those up there. Actually, I forgot I was going to do the compressor as well. I'll do the compressor before I craft up more of the blast furnaces, because I definitely do want 4 of those. But I kind of want to get this done. That way I can get rid of all these steam pipes and then have just kind of sort this out a bit better. I don't particularly like having both, but yeah, I'll go through all these and see, but I'm like 99% sure these all require 2 circuits. Okay, really quick, I'm just crafting up the circuits, and I thought I would just really quickly check on our cactus farm. And this coke oven is very, very slightly not keeping up with the farm, but like it's just barely, like maybe after like 20 hours it'll fill up. But I figured I had a coke oven we weren't using in the main base, so I broke that down, moved it over, and connected. So there is pipes coming into here, and then I moved the hopper out and then connected it to this one. But unfortunately, if you know anything about GregTech pipes, it always chooses the nearest inventory. So it would fill this up and then start filling this up. As you can see, I did have that even. So it's just kind of like a over if it fills up, it has somewhere else to go instead of clogging up. But really, this is the bottleneck now at the moment. But we do have 229 of that. That was empty not that long ago, actually. So it's producing more than I actually thought it would. The other kind of minor thing, we don't have anywhere for that creosote to go. So once that fills up, it's going to stop running. But for the time being, it is what it is. Oh god. That literally made me jump. That made me jump. Holy cow. What the heck was that? A beetle? Something? Oh god. How did you get here? Well, obviously it came from the Twilight portal, but what the heck? My heart is still racing, actually. That was hilarious. I just looked down and all of a sudden I was like on top of like some bug. Oh my goodness. I need a moment. Okay, I've gone ahead and crafted up everything for about 12 circuits. I think I got everything. Yeah, all right. And we'll start getting these done. So basic alloy smelter, done. Also, I didn't realize the basic electric furnace was basically the same recipe. It just had less wires in it. I didn't even notice that. Which that is pretty cool. Alright, so there is the basic alloy smelter, basic electric furnace. Now I do have... Oh, I already brought it over here. I made a mold for anvils. And I actually didn't look at... Yeah, I was just realized, I'm like, you know, I didn't look at the requirements. It's kind of funny. Alright. Unfortunately, we can't do that. We do have the fluid solidifier, though. And the only reason I'm thinking we might want to do that is because it is so much cheaper than actually crafting up an anvil, which I need for the forge hammer. So if you do the mold, it's 31 ingots. If you do this and this, these are 9 each. That's 45, 46, 47, 48. So you actually save 17 ingots of iron. But I would need a fluid solidifier, and I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if I guess the fluid solidifier can be kind of helpful. But I know like some of the later ones all require... Oh, I didn't realize they had a... Oh, I guess I did know that. The long rod recipes and stuff like that. Although I didn't... I used the... In the last series, I used the extruder for the vast majority of these, but I think maybe we want to go in on the fluid solidifying. I don't know. And then there is the rotors if we want to do that. It's such a weird amount though. The rotor, that recipe is, I feel like that's more a, when you have AE. I don't know. This recipe is just so much easier and cleaner than this recipe. But if you have AE crafting this stuff up, then like that recipe would maybe make sense. Then both of it are easier than that recipe. I don't know. I'll have to think about the fluid solidifier. I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember like a specific thing that I need it for, other than just quality of life. All right, but we do have these done, so I can actually break that and that. I could just do basic alloy smelter underneath. I am going to have to add more of these turbines as well. Oh, also, the dolly now, that is really cool. Because usually you can't put a dolly in a inventory, like it doesn't go in there, but now there is a folded version that actually does go in the thing, which is, that's like really cool. Pretty sure it's for you don't like blow up your world by trying to put an inventory full of items in another inventory, because we know that has a tendency to go bad really quickly. All right. It's just really awkward when I have pipes of steam and cabling, so that is kind of why I wanted to kind of quickly replace all these and just get rid of that steam pipe. That's kind of why I'm working on that. But now I'm like, should I do the fluid solidifier as well? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think it's actually any faster, to be honest. Actually, maybe it is. 6.4 seconds. I mean, the fastest way is just to spam these, to be honest, but I like having everything in like the LV machines. No, it's the same. I thought it was the same speed. But anyway, okay, let me continue doing this. I may do the fluid solidifier. Just for a quality of life thing, but I would need to craft up 2 more circuits. Okay, we are back. I had a derp moment, which is not very surprising for me, but macerator, yeah, of course. We don't need to replace the macerator. We have the grinder, the steam grinder multi-block, which is faster than the LV macerator at this point. That would do 8 at a time to the... Or wasn't it like 3 times as much or something like that? So anyway, we don't need to do that. And the high pressure compressor, I was going to do the multi-block for that. So we don't need to do that either. So what I really need is, one, the forge hammer. Unless I want to spend extra for the anvil. And then the extractor, which we'll do as well. I was thinking of just like throwing these up here actually, or something like that. We don't use them often, but I don't know if I want to have it too difficult to reach. I don't know if I want it there. I mean, I guess we could do it there. I kind of like being able to like mouse over the pipes and see how much is in it. Yeah, I guess I can sort of reach right there, but I don't know. I feel like this is probably going to get adjusted when we add more steam turbines anyway. All right, let's not overthink it. And then the compressor, and when I get the multi-block, we'll break that down. So I'm just going to leave those there, and we'll do the extractor. Oh, nice. We got that up to Ardite. I'll probably go mine Ardite so I can replace the pickaxe head, and then as soon as I get that, I will go mine up some cobalt, and then replace it with cobalt. Is probably what I will do. Alright, so the extractor seems to be, and the simple washer is also another one I should probably do. Yeah, this one's a little more annoying with the pump. Although the pump's kind of easier to make than the piston, to be honest. Okay, I've gone ahead and just crafted up the chemical reactor, and I'm crafting up the fluid solidifier as well, because I remembered that you can actually do the... We'll do... I think I'm going to move this stuff. I think I'm going to do lathe on the bottom. Because that needs a decent amount of power, so it needs to be sort of close to the steam turbine. And then we'll do chemical reactor here. I want the fluid solidifier next to that, but I want the bending machine. Don't really want to put the bending machine underneath. Just because we use it a lot. Alright, the furnace we probably won't use as much, especially if you get the steam oven. Fortunately, I can't reach I can't reach that cable to do that. Alright. Actually, this is going to be broken down anyway. I'm just leaving it in case we need the extractor, which, to be honest, we're not even doing the... The only thing we were doing the extractor for was the raw pulp, or the rubber. But now I'm doing that in the centrifuge because I like the refined glue as well. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll throw that under there. I may move that again. I'm sure I will rearrange these 50 million times. So that 31, 30, 29. This gets 28 EU per tick. I think that'll be fine. The reason I wanted to put that there is so I can use the chemical reactor to create stuff, and then I could put it directly in a fluid solidifier. And for example, if we did the plates, I could do directly into rubber plates. And the nice thing about this, it does 9 at once. So instead of doing the 1 to 3 rubber gets you 1, it does 1, sulfur does 9. So yeah, it just yeah, it goes 3 rubber to 1 rubber bar to a 1 to 1. So it's like 3 times more effective. That's why I'm like, wait, I need to get the chemical reactor going. And then I can actually just put it in the assembly machine. I'm gonna need to get some tanks going as well. I do have fluid cells, and they kind of work at the moment, but it will be much easier if I get tanks for this stuff. Alright, so we'll do molten rubber. And then we'll do that for the tin wires. So that's... I'm just trying not to clog up my inventory. I always forget to put the circuit. I'm like, why isn't it working? It's always because I forget that. Right, that's 16 EU per tick, so that is good. Now, I don't know if I'll use this chemical reactor to create our first plastic, but maybe. Wasn't it 21? Oh, 24. There we go. All right, cool. I'll leave those rubber... I'll turn them into plates, actually. And then if I wanted to, I could create 10 more. But you need... Actually, we could... If I need rings, I could probably just do... there's probably a mold, yeah. So if we want, we could actually just create a mold for rings and create the rings directly that way. Sometimes, though, those little partial amounts of an ingot can get kind of annoying. But alright, cool. So I'll probably be doing the circuits that way. It's so much easier. It's more efficient. You get more rubber from the raw rubber dust. But I am going to have to eventually figure out what I want to do with all this refined glue. Okay, so there is that one. Now I need one more. I think... I'm just debating. I'm like, should I... Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything we actually need the extractor for at the moment. Because like I said, the only thing we were really using it for was the centrifuge. Yeah, and we are we are using some power. We're really pushing our steam turbine here. It's kind of funny, but all right. So yeah, there are those two, and then I could fluid solidify the... I don't know why it shows a gear, but yeah, I think you could do gear molds and everything. So instead of 8 ingots, it's now 4 ingots in the fluid solidifier. So that is pretty cool as well. Although the melting iron and stuff, unfortunately, does require MB. So it's not like everything, but it's definitely better. Okay, next block I'm going to do, I think, is the ore washer. I'll go. These. Don't know if I'm going to have any other uses for screws, to be honest. Alright, we're not doing energy cores anytime soon. What about bolts? Anything? Yeah, unfortunately that's just going to sit in a chest forever. This is kind of my... I don't think I'm going to use it anytime soon. Isn't that... potent electronic circuit, Tamaga, LV machine hall, screw. Oh, it's 4 screws. Just kidding. Alright, I keep clicking on the fluid solidifier. I think it is the lathe, because it kind of does look like it. A little different, but there we go. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to craft up some tanks. It's probably just single block tanks. Nothing super fancy or anything like that. I'm just trying to sort of stay organized here. Simple washer. Probably just up here now. This will it's not what... Come on. Want it on the one below it. There. There. Alright. Now, as we know, these pipes are not very fast. This actually, now that I'm like looking at this, might actually kind of annoy me how slow it is. I do have some bigger pipes. We have 6 of these. We do, and I have that. I just got to make sure I put the right circuit in, otherwise it'll craft up the wrong size. One, two. Actually, I think I need like. Might need more. Okay, so there is that. Now that is gonna do. Well, technically, it's gonna be like redstone. That's what I would, or sulfur. I would be putting it in there. So, yeah. Also, I realized. What did we do? Is it not hooked up to Steam? Oh, it's nighttime. It is nighttime. We're not producing any steam. Duh. Oh, also, single block macerator. I realized that if I need to craft, like, do one item, the single block macerator is going to be faster than this. I pulverized down a potent pipe for the 3. Because I needed 2 plates, and I only had the thing, and I didn't feel like crafting up more of it, so I pulverized it down. But I actually had. I think that's funny. Anyway, well, I had extra pipe, so I pulverized down 1, but it took 30 seconds in there to do. I think it still does the 8-item recipe time, whereas this would have been just the 1. So yeah, actually having the single block macerator is probably going to be better. Alright, so what I was saying is... Oh, right. Oh, I may have just not connected it, actually. But it was nighttime anyway. Why is that? Oh, it can't vent steam, duh! Duh! Of course. I didn't even think about that. Alright, well... That macerator ain't gonna work there, is it? Alright, I'll have to move the macerator. Well, I could just... That actually looks pretty cool. I like that. I could move this. It doesn't have to be right there. I could move it like up. I could move it to like there. Put it up. Why aren't you running? Oh, I don't have it connected to power. What am I doing? Oh, I am like derping all over the place today. Of course, it's an LV machine. Alright, we'll just waste some of that water. That's funny. I was like, I don't know what in my head I was thinking something totally different. We could probably, let's put it underneath. Yeah, I think that will work. So now we give it power. There we go. Alright, it does use 100 millibuckets. I was actually thinking it was going to use a bucket per thing, but that's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Alright, cool. So there is the simple washer. I was just looking at some of the quests. There is a whole bunch. Alright, so this is... That's fuel. If we get into pumping fuel... But the main thing we're going to want to work towards is MV circuits and the circuit assembler. That is going to be the next thing. And for that, you do need a chemical reactor. Well, you don't technically need the chemical reactor, but it's a lot more efficient. That is 4 ingots of gold, whereas that is 1 ingot of gold. So way more efficient. But I'm going to actually have to go get some gold. I only have 1 gold plate. I haven't been to the magnetite vein. There are plenty around. There's one, there's one, there's one. There's one, there's one. So lots of mines to go, but I'm going to have to go mine up a bunch of ore. Plus I'm going to have to get a lot of this processed as well. Fortunately, that coal, I pulverized it. I shouldn't have pulverized it if I wanted to get the coal. Because now I'm going to have to sift it. Maybe we'll get a sifting machine so we can just kind of have that working, but it's actually quite expensive. These item filters are no joke at this point. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So we will continue upgrading the machines and getting all the LV stuff as we work towards the circuit assembler. But yeah, I am liking the thing. Before we wrap up, should we really quickly go to the Twilight Forest and see how well our cactus farm is doing? I'm guessing there's probably, I'd say like 40 cactus coke in the one as it's slowly filling up. That'll be my guess. 40? Oh, it's only 13. All right. So yeah, you can see it like pretty much keeps up, but sometimes if these harvest a whole bunch, then it will fill up. So we maybe didn't need the second coke oven here in the Twilight Forest, but right there. Wow, we have 829. That's actually way more than I thought that would be. All right, we are chugging along here. I'll take this back and use it for steel. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.